It's an arrest months in the making as BobbieJo Etzel was escorted into court in Wilkes-Barre, facing charges for allegedly murdering her niece, 14-year-old Lania Clark.
Justice, of course, is not measured by speed but by results.
At Wilkes-Barre Police Headquarters, top law enforcement officials walked through the extensive investigation step by step. They first investigated it as a missing persons case, then a death investigation, and finally, a homicide.
This case involves a devastating loss of life, and not just any life. I think it affects us all differently when we see the loss of a child, in this case, a young girl who thrived despite a disability. In all ways, an everyday, average, rebellious teen living her life day by day, adopted by parents who loved her, and betrayed by certain family members.
The teen, who is deaf, went missing back on January 17th. Her body found more than a month later behind a garage on Thayer Street in South Wilkes-Barre. Police now determining that the girl, known as Lala, was with her biological aunt, BobbieJo Etzel, during the time she was missing, despite an active protection from abuse order.
Days before she's murdered, the defendant believes she might go to jail because she is in violation of the PFA. I think we need to understand that these are not normal people. The response to the potential to going to jail for violating a PFA is to return a child to her parents, not to murder her.
Investigators believe the teen was tied up and locked in a closet for days before she was killed. Etzel then allegedly dumped her body a few days later.
Lala was being restrained and held in a closet, kept without food, made to use a bucket for a bathroom, yelled at and mocked by her biological aunt, who approaches her from behind, holds a plastic bag over her head until her life is extinguished.
Justice for Lala! Justice for Lala!
Despite loud calls for justice and criticism of the investigation by the public and Clark's adoptive family, officials say they've worked tirelessly in this case, and this arrest is the first step towards justice for Lala.
While the detectives were working diligently on this case, falsehoods were being spread about their work online. Today is proof that the desperate and vitriol posted, shared on social media, the detectives persevered to bring the truth surrounding this horrible tragedy to light.
Etzel has been arraigned on homicide, kidnapping, and abuse of a corpse charges in this case. Authorities say the investigation is still ongoing and there are people still under investigation.